In the previous section, we talked about operators and decision constructs. This is the only video in this subsection about while loops. In this video, we'll look at the structure of a while loop, examine a simple code snippet, look at alternative structures without braces, and I will end up showing you some common mistakes you must try to avoid. Are you ready? So let's get started. While loops repeat a code block while a given condition is true. At some point during the execution of the while loop, it is expected that the condition will change to false, and the while loop will stop executing and pass control back to the normal execution of the program. Okay, let's have a look at this in action. In this code snippet, the Boolean expression tests to see if the value of the count is less than 100 on line 14, and if it is, the code block is executed and the value of the count is printed to the console. Then count is increased by 1 by using the postfix incremental operator on line 15. The expression is tested again, and if the code variable is still less than 100, the code block is executed and the count variable is increased by 1. This continues until the value of count is 100, and therefore the code expression is false. The execution of the while block ceases, and normal execution of the code continues. Now, the Boolean expression follows the same logic and structure as the expression in an if statement, and can also include method calls and short-circuit logic. Now let's have a look at another example. This code snippet shows a while statement that continues to execute the code block for as long as the method is alive returns true. Now this example can be simplified by removing curly braces, just as we did with the if statement. Here are a few examples of what this code might look like without braces. Now this example shows you can put the entire while statement on a single line. And in this example, the code block is on the following line after the while statement. And in this code snippet, there is a comment between the while statement and the code block associated with the while statement. And in this final example, there are many lines separating between the while statement and the code block. Now as you can see, the while loop can be constructed on the same line of code, with comments in between and even a few extra lines separating the while statement from the code block. However, you must take care when you see an example as follows. It may look like the code block consists of lines 15 and 16, but it actually consists only of line 15. Line 16 will only be executed after the while statement has finished. We have seen various ways to construct a while loop. Some are easier to read than others. Now the most important thing when writing code is that it is easy for other programmers to read and understand. So writing code that does not use braces is considered harder to read than while loops that use braces. These braces make it very clear what code belongs to the while structure. And also, excluding braces makes your code more error-prone, and is another reason why braces should always be included. Having said that, you will find questions on the exam that show code examples without braces, so do be prepared. Now in the text you will find further information about while loops. There is a discussion on infinite while loops, and a warning about unreachable code.